when we started Thin Edge Films, our sort of mission was to tell stories that might not otherwise get exposed or told. So filmmaking, is always like, even when you have like tons of money on a project, you're always kind of like walking this tightrope, right? Any number of things can go wrong, as we all know, when you're making films. So you're always kind of like just trying to balance and not fall off the cliff, not fall off the edge. If you look at the logo, it's like a wedge on one side, but then we sort of doubled it and made it like a bow tie. About this wedge in the door and pushing the door open.
That's how you tell stories, guys.
It started really with producing to New York in '99, and I met these two guys that had a production company in Brooklyn. They wanted to do a documentary on Sid Bernstein, and they're like, "You're going to be our producer." And I was like, "Me? I'm going to be your producer?" And they're like, "I'm going to do it." It was really the first film I ever produced, and I was scared. I was really scared to do it. I guess if they believe I can do it, I can do it. You kind of do something once, and then each time it becomes a little easier, to the point at which, now I'm like, producing is like, I could do it in my sleep almost. I want to challenge myself, and that's why I want to write and direct and do more than just that, You'd be surprised how many filmmakers don't even call themselves filmmakers. They say, I kind of want to be a filmmaker, but I'm really a plumber. You have to be very believe in yourself, and when you talk with people, you have to say, I am a filmmaker, writer, director. Just own it, because if you don't own it, nobody else will ever believe it either.
I've transitioned from like legal and business side of things to filmmaking.
Yeah.
And it's silly, but for me, for a while, it was even difficult to change my description on like social media. I was literally struggling for weeks and months, and I was like changing the description and then not pressing save. I was like, no, but like, I'm not really a full-time filmmaker. I just did this one project.
This is an obstacle that is in the way of so many creatives. And the reason why they're not being picked up, why they're not being seen, because if you don't, as you said, believe in yourself, it's hard to convince someone else to believe in you.
Just keep believing in yourself and keep doing what you love. Like one day it's going to happen, just, you can't stop if that's what you love,